everybody, welcome back to Skyway Classics YouTube channel. We are now going for a ride our 1966 Chevy C10 pickup truck. Of course, you know the pickup trucks are always reliable from the start to the finish. Even today, they wouldn't understand how beautiful and how reliable these trucks actually were. Going the one we have here featuring a blistering blue exterior. Of course, it's really different to see blue on a Chevy truck. A lot of times I like to go with that Chevy orange, maybe even that bright red, or as I like to call it, the American red. But even so, blue, red, and white are the colors that made these trucks and made them proud. But even so, going the one we have here featuring an 8-foot bed. Some people may dish on the long bed, but I say it's more reliable. You can fit more people, more objects, more tools, more groceries, anything you really want to. But even so, I wouldn't put nothing in the back of the bed, because as you can see, it has been finished with the fine wood and the nice little chrome over it. But also, you will see that the bed is painted the exact same blue as the rest of the truck besides the wood grain. As we look at the outside, you will see that it also has the baby moon style wheels painted the exact blue with the appropriate Chevy caps, as well as the white letter tires on it to really give it the modern style as well. But looking at it, you do have two safety mirrors on both sides, so you can see what's going on, compared to today's mirrors where they're too small, keep beeping at you or keep blaring at you. This is really a time where vehicles were simple, more enjoyable. But even so, looking on the inside, you will see that there's a 3-speed on the floor. A lot of people are confused. They're used to 4 speeds, sometimes even 6 speeds. But the 3-speed transmission is always as good. In fact, I even drive a 2-speed Paraglide, so I know this thing definitely gets better gas mileage than my car does. But even so, looking at the dash, you will see that it's all clean and simple. You have all your gauges working. In fact, the coolest feature about this truck is the built-in tack into the actual cluster there. Moving across the dash, you will see that we do have an aftermarket vintage AC control system with the underside bench, as well as an upgraded audio sound, retro sound 2-knob radio, which you can use to connect your phone and listen to all the good things you listened to back in the day. But even so, for a single cab, you have the fine bench seat. Looking at it, the dash is also painted the exact blue. Fine feature that all trucks used to do, where they match the interior with the exterior. In fact, the best part about this truck as well is not having a headliner fall down on your head, but of course looking at how well it was put together. Which even so moves us to the engine bay featuring the small block Chevy motor. Does have AC, does have power steering and brakes. Even so, you will see that they have the original style column and horn style, which actually works. It worked a second ago, my apologies. But other than that, handling on the road, which we will open for you in a minute, shows you how good and how durable the vehicle actually is. In fact, even when we get it up on the lift, I've seen it before I tell you to look at the underside. It is so clean, you will be impressed with what you see. In fact, we're going to show that Mercedes that we're actually better than them. Healthy exhaust system coming out the back. In fact, now we're in 3rd gear, and as you can see, we are basically keeping up with traffic. Cluster is not moving back and forth with the speedometer, but we are getting a steady ride and steady performance. Even so, quickly before we stop, we will give you a little bit of a brake test. In fact, the brakes are so strong here, I almost went through the glass. But luckily, there are enough safety features in this truck to where it can handle any day, any century, or any time. But as for now, though, we are just going to get it turned around and up on the lift. So if you have a moment, folks, please stay tuned with us to see the underneath.